When we teach yesterday to today's children, in many ways, I think we rob them of their future. When I look at my career in the ocean, and Mauna Honua Bay, in retrospect, was my most important school, because here, when he brought me to the bay, this bay was full of life. And so it was that kind of childhood introduction to life on Earth that almost set a course for me, because it was so amazing and so powerful. And then when we lost Eddie Aikau, and we needed the greatest navigator on the earth that took Hokulea to Tahiti in 1976, needed him to come back to teach us to find our way as our teacher, he used Mauna Honua Bay as another school. It was the third school. It was 14 sites were developed here that we would learn current, that we would learn the wind, we would learn the ocean waves, we would learn the behavior of seabirds. And so my relationship to Mauna Honua Bay is deep, it's emotional, it's physical, it's spiritual, and it was my school that shaped me. You know, Hokulea has been amazing. It's taken more than 1,000 people on a journey over 140,000 nautical miles in over 38 years. And so when you look at Hokulea's past and you look at today, at the moment where we're committing to a worldwide voyage, the question is tomorrow. One of the things that I see that we have to, in my generation, do is institutionalize voyaging. Get it into the places where our children are taken to be taught. And so the Malama Honua Learning Center is a laboratory for the creation of housing voyaging and being able to exponentially extend what we have into other schools. The idea of getting institutionalized then raised it to the decision to create a charter school.
We've envisioned a new educational destination. We're not thinking about education in a 20th century way. We believe that children need to be equipped with values and competencies that will empower them to address, define, and solve urgent problems that we have facing us.
So you have to have these kinds of innovative schools that are on the cutting edge, that are in front of time, that are about tomorrow, that are willing to come together and take the risk. It's not easy. Malama Honua Learning Center is much larger than a charter school. It's about community-based, it's about cultural-based, it's about place-based, it's about project-based. It's all those kinds of best practices that we say in education. But at the core of it, it's values-based.
We are hoping that we will find teachers and children who dedicate themselves to the environmental issues that are facing us urgently, and I think by implication, the social issues. We want it to be the central principle that works through our curriculum and which guides students towards an entirely different way of living their lives.
The school at its core, because it begins young, needs initially to make sure that we protect childhood, that it takes a learning center of all people to come around, surround our children, protect them, prepare them, and set them off on a journey that the world's going to be better because you taught them. I personally really wanted to be in a community where Hawaiian children are in. And Waimanalo fits those two categories. It wraps itself into Mau's 14 schools. And it's a community that's powerful, and it's a community that we want to be a part of, we want to engage in, and we want to learn from. So in many ways, Malama Honua Learning Center is its own voyage, sets its own kind of destination to a place where education needs to be powerful, and it starts to train and build community to get there.